Hello, and how are you today? How you doing? So this is another day. It is another week, and today we are actually gonna say our topic today is that we have already overcome. Last weekend I was in a group. It wasn't really. It was like a discussion group. I was having a conversation with friends, and we were talking about racism because that's the topic that people are talking about these days. And two of my friends, they each took turns, and they both said in their conversation, they said, "We shall overcome." And the other one, when he started speaking, said, "We shall overcome." And I was kind of ticked off by that statement because in my mind, and I know this to be true, we have already overcome. So it's not we shall overcome. We have already done it. Our only problem actually is that we don't use our mind correctly. And I'm pointing to my head right now because inside my head there's a brain in there, but my brain is not my mind. My mind is different from your brain. But if you use your mind properly, the mind controls the brain. Now, we know our minds are bipolar. Our minds have good thoughts and bad thoughts, but we have to choose wisely. Every thought that comes in your mind is not always the correct thought. So you have to be careful how you choose your thoughts. In my mind, we have already overcome, but we are not using our minds properly. Now, I know black people feel like they are victimized, and actually they are victimized when it comes to racism. But I do believe that if we use our minds properly and there's nothing stopping us from doing that, we have already overcome. And our struggles can be a thing of the past. Now, I remember there was this song about we shall overcome. I know Martin Luther King and the people that he was working with, they were singing the song. I remember when I came to this country, it was Bill Clinton, the first white president that I had singing that song. I think they were in Georgia. They were singing that song. People have sung the song over the years. So if we keep singing that we shall overcome and we are not overcoming, when are we going to overcome? We should be overcoming right now. Because if we leave this problem to our children to solve, they're not going to be able to solve it. We are the people we have actually been waiting for, and we need to fix this problem, and we need to stop saying that we shall overcome because we have already done it. We are just not using our brains and our mind correctly. So how do you use your mind correctly? Well, you have, like I said the last time we talked, you have to analyze things. You have to put your mind to use, and you have to choose your thoughts well. You have to think things through. Don't always believe what you're being told to believe, because most people actually believe what they see on TV, and I'm not saying don't believe, but you're going to use your mind, you're going to analyze things, and you're going to choose well. So one of the things that the Bible talks about, because the Bible is my guiding light, it talks about self-control. So people behave badly. People will even kill you, when you're innocent or for something that doesn't even deserve that. But when you get angry and you don't use your anger constructively, you actually hurt yourself. You cannot get angry without hurting yourself. And I'll talk about that at another time. But today I'm going to talk about self-control. The only gift and the only ability we have is actually self-control. We cannot control other people. But like I told you, just because they have the weapons of mass destruction, just because somebody has a gun and they don't like you, they don't have power to destroy your life. The only way they can do that is if there's other things going on in your life that gives the devil a legal right to take you out. And I know most people don't like to hear that, but that is the truth. So that is a conversation me and my black folk, we can have separately to find out what it is that we are doing that is allowing the devil to kill our young black men. So that is a conversation for another time. But today, We're going to talk about self-control, because the only power you have is self-control, no other people control. So if people behave badly, what do? You have to do self-control. And always remember that you don't, especially when you see something on TV, unless it's somebody you know and you can actually talk to them or go look at the records yourself, don't always believe what you're being told to believe, because you don't know the truth. Now, if you let anger overtake you and you get upset, I said before that you cannot get angry without hurting yourself. And to me, actually, this is why I think the Black community has a lot of health issues, because when I look at obesity, it's very high in the Black community. When I look at stuff like high blood pressure, it's very high. When I look at heart disease, type 2 diabetes, it's very high. When you get angry, especially when you have chronic anger, and there are things that you see on TV that would definitely make you angry. What happened to George Floyd made a lot of people angry. I remember hearing people just going home and they say, that made me so angry, and they will come to work the next morning, or I'll see them the next time I see them, and they're still talking about how angry they are. Let me tell you something. When you get upset, your body produces chemicals that can affect you and can hurt you. It can affect your immune system. This way you're not able to fight diseases. It can affect your blood vessels and your platelets. Those are the clotting factors, the clotting blood cells in your body. It can contribute to heart disease, like I said, strokes and stuff like that. Now, we also talk about chronic stress. And what is stress? Stress is anything that takes your peace away. Stress is anything that makes you feel threatened, that your life is threatened. And the act that we saw on TV the other day, it threatened most people's lives. People feel like they were defenseless. People felt frustrated, and that causes stress in the body. So, with the Black race, we need to have these conversations so we know how to fight well, fight a good fight, use our anger constructively, because we don't want the anger turning back on us and hurting us. When people think that they've been wronged, and when you look at racism as a whole, we think that we are hated. As Black people, we think we are hated because of our skin color. But actually, there is something more important, more deeper than skin color. And that information, I have it in this book. I cannot explain it to you. Even if I spent 1 hour here, I still can't get into it. It took me several months to write this book. This book will get you started on the information that you need. So it will give you the real reason why they don't like Black people. I'm saying they because it's not everybody. They know themselves who don't like Black people, who want to kill us. And every time they get an opportunity, they do it. We know they do it. But because the reason why they hate us is actually it's not skin color. It's deeper. But when you figure it out, you will be okay. I tell you, you will be okay. Now, about the diseases. Remember I said you can't get angry without hurting yourself? This is another book if you're suffering from high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, a weak immune system that causes cancer. This is a good book to read. It says think and grow healthier. Like I said, we need to use our minds properly. A balance between spirit, mind, and body. We have to consider all those three things. Because part of the problem that we have is we don't know who we are. As a Black race, we do not know who we are. And I guarantee you that most people don't know who they are. They've been told many things. They've been told that Black people are stupid. They are not smart, and they believe it. And I'm telling you, you have believed a lie. Okay? You have believed a lie, but you have to read this book to get the lie. And if you suffer from any kind of diseases, read this book. I already told you about that. Now, I mentioned obesity a little bit because it's very high in the Black community. This is a very thin book. You can actually finish reading this in 2 hours if you're a fast reader. And it says, do like grandma did, a guide to clean, healthy eating. It's not a balance. Let me say that again. Do like grandma did, a guide to clean, healthy eating. It's very small. If you eat like your grandma did, most of your grandmas probably didn't eat very well, but my grandma ate very well. We grew up on a farm, so we ate fresh food. It's not very expensive to eat healthy, and it's actually good for you. And if you take care of your stress and you eat healthy, all those health problems that you have could be a thing of the past. Thank you, and God bless you.